Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this unseen video, a delayed unseen video. I do just want to draw your attention to that number right there, which just went from 929 to 941, right? That just jumped up a massive amount. Since I've been sat here, this video has probably been viewed about 60,000 times. Right? And I've been sat here about 20 minutes, right? This is really gaining traction. This is the reason why we're delayed. I'm sure you saw the other video that dropped onto the channel. And again, the headline, let's put it in bold and underline it 20 times. Allegations, right? Allegations. These are allegations. But obviously they are explosive. They are really grabbing people's attention, and this really is the talk of the wrestling world right now. I can tell you that Stephanie is trending. You've got to remember as well that here in the UK, it's like 27 minutes past 6 in the morning. In America, it's going to be 27 minutes past 1 on the East Coast. This is not a great time for uploading things, right? Everyone's in bed, right? Everyone's asleep, but this continues to just keep getting views. I don't know what this will do tomorrow. I don't know how big of a story this will be tomorrow, but it feels like a very big story right now. Now, these are allegations. We've done a separate video on it. We're not going to spend long talking about this. I think I really bear in mind what a lot of people have said in the comments to that video. And that is like, where's the proof for this? You know, it's all well and good her coming out and saying these things, but how do we know that what she's saying is true? How do we know that what she was told was correct? Or how do we know that this woman isn't just trying to burn everything to the ground? And the truth is that we don't have any evidence. It may be interesting if more of Ashley's friends come forwards and confirm the same story, say they were told the same thing. That could be interesting. Obviously, we don't know where this is going to go, and my thoughts on this are very clear. I hope that the guilty are dealt with, and I hope the innocent are left in peace, right? How we get to that, how we achieve that, I have absolutely no idea. I think the whole Vince allegations situation is just one of the biggest messes I've ever seen, just of anything. It's just absolutely horrific everywhere you turn. And it seems to be never ending, you know? I mean, like, I do not want to start this video with this. I did not want to do that separate video. I really didn't. I wanted to do Unseen. I wanted to start this video hours ago. I had all this lined up to do hours ago. But you can see just how much attention this is getting. You can see how much people are talking about this. This video clip now has been viewed 947,000 times, which is just... this will break 1 million. Easily. Easily. And as I said, I don't know how big of a story this is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow might not be a comfortable day for Stephanie McMahon. But again, remember, they're just allegations, and if you want a bit more on it, then we do have that separate video. Right, with that being said, I really want to get out of this folder. Here is the Vince, the only other Vince thing that I've got. Former WWE star claims that Vince McMahon made a pass at Jackie Gader, but she turned him down. Right, so what we'll do is go full screen, and we'll just open this up. I'd much rather actually just read this than try and remember it from memory. So here you can see former WWE star claims that Vince made a pass at Jackie Gader, but she turned him down. So during his Cafe de Rene with Rene Dupree podcast, former WWE star Rene Dupree discussed the sexual allegations made against Vince. During the discussion, Dupree brought up Charlie Haas and his then wife, Jackie Gader. You remember when he had Charlie Haas on here and he told a story about how Johnny Ace, brackets Laurinaitis, fired him and Jackie the day they got back from their honeymoon. Well, let's just say Vince also made a pass at Jackie, which she declined. And you see what happened once her and Charlie got married. if you listen to this story, it seems like if you don't put Vince over and you don't boost his ego, he gets mad at you and takes it out on your career. So again, an allegation, another allegation, but an allegation. And it's going to be like this, isn't it? It's going to be like this. I think it's going to be just a pretty constant stream of these kinds of allegations. So, right, we're done with the Vince folder. I do apologize for starting with that, but I wanted to explain why this video was delayed. I have to talk about what the biggest story is right now, and even if it's not fun, and this ain't fun, you can see the kind of traction that is getting and that is gaining. Let's move over to SmackDown, though, and let's work our way down, and hopefully we can find some more fun things here instead. So this is going to be cinema, said Alex. So Roman Reigns said tomorrow night everything changes. So obviously referring to SmackDown, we will be starting early for SmackDown, and we will be doing an unseen video, which will be a bit more on time, right? So everything changes, says Roman Reigns. This is what I want to focus on. This is what we're passionate about, like this side of the industry. And how can you not be excited for this? Roman Reigns, The Rock on SmackDown. Right, James Hayes said, so true. Isla Dawn said, I can't believe I've been walking about with my invisibility cloak on this whole time and no one told me. How embarrassing. Clearly, Nick Aldis just hasn't seen me. That's the only reasonable explanation I can think of. So, yeah, Isla Dawn, a bit disappointed that she's not getting opportunity or better opportunities. Obviously, we saw that Shotzi was out of the qualifying match, and she was replaced with Alba Fire, not Isla Dawn, which is no problem. They're in a tag team, they're friends, but Isla Dawn, I believe, was also missing from the Royal Rumble and is quite disgruntled at the fact that she is not being used and highlighted more. So she is just making a little bit of noise on social media. Here is the new profile picture of The Miz. Now, of course, The Miz is going to be in action against Logan. So here's The Miz just getting ready for that by changing his profile picture. Azza, shout out to you. Right, Jordan tagging me in this, which I believe has come from Paul Heyman, right? Let's whoosh it in. Well, that's worked very well. No, this is the way. This was the way we needed to go. Here we go. So, Paul Heyman, ladies and gentlemen, today is a picture-perfect day to acknowledge your tribal chief as WWE tries to grasp the enormity of the events that transpired at the WrestleMania kickoff event in Las Vegas. I remind you that yet another chapter shall unfold tomorrow, live on Fox, as SmackDown will feature not only your humble wise man and the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns, but also the People's Champ, The Rock. While American Nightmare Cody and WWE Rollins face an uncertain future, condemned to live life after WrestleMania 40 in the sea of obscurity, it is quite apparent the Bloodline's rule on the island of relevancy has never been more powerful. The Delta Center in Salt Lake City will be the setting, and the People's Slap was only the beginning of what's to come next. And that's not a prediction, that's a spoiler. Oh my god, it's so good. It is so good. So good. So if you're not hyped for SmackDown, I've got to think you are now. Right, Stu Bennett is hyped. He said, I sincerely hope no one follows me for book reviews recommendations, but today you're getting one anyway, as this one by David Gran was astonishingly good. Adventure, history, survival, and most importantly, skullduggery, non-fiction. So he is recommending this book look at this, Corey Graves, said you have exactly 2 hours tomorrow night to correctly and adequately use the word skullduggery. So Corey Graves has now set a challenge to Wade Barrett to, on commentary, correctly and adequately use the word, insert the word skullduggery, right? That's what you need to listen out for. Skullduggery. Stu Bennett, Wade Barrett said it'll be in segment 1. Thumbs up. So that's pretty fun, isn't it? Keep an ear out for skullduggery. Right, here we go. So The Rock sounds ready to layeth the Smackdown come Friday night, and it seems the Tribal Chief will be walking right besides him. Okay, so here's The Rock. He said, Salt Lake City, get ready, because you already know we're bringing it to you this Friday night live. The Rock's show, Smackdown, at the one and only Delta Center. Tribal Chief, People's Champ, Killers in the Jungle, WWE TKO Group. I looked into Killers in the Jungle because, to be honest, I always look at these posts pretty much as you see them. I don't like click on them and watch the little clip or anything. And if you do click on them and listen to the clip, you'll hear a track which I believe was involved in Riyadh season, and it's called Killers in the Jungle. And so when he keeps referencing Killers in the Jungle, I think he's really getting that inspiration from that track. So Killers in the Jungle, that would be so good if that was going to be his new theme. I thought that. I was like, man, he keeps banging on about this. Imagine if he's managed to secure it as his new theme. Because he may want a different one than the one that he's got. Because the one that he's got will instantly get people popping. Will instantly get people like, if you smell. So he may want to go in a different direction. What if he brings in Killers in the Jungle as his theme? Just a thought. I'm not saying it's going that way. Just a thought. Right, Roman throwing up the ones. Look, so is he acknowledging The Rock? What's this? Throwing it up right there. So this feels like a message that we had before from The Rock, right? I'm sure we've seen this before. He said, hear the rumble, run for dem life when we step into the jungle. You effed around and you found out quick, didn't you, boy? You, your little friends, and all your crybabies have no idea what's coming. The world's on notice. People's Champ plus Tribal Chief. Hashtag Killers in the Jungle. Hashtag Bloodline. Hashtag WrestleMania. At WWE. At TKO Group. At Roman Reigns. Interesting, innit? Interesting. Right, here are the matches that have been announced. So we've got some qualifying matches for the men. So we got Logan against Miz, as we spoke about earlier. And we've also got Kevin Owens taking on Dominic Mysterio. And then for the women, we've got Alba Fire replacing Shotzi. Obviously, we spoke on Unseen about the sad injury that Shotzi suffered down in NXT. She was meant to be going up against Naomi. She has now been replaced by Alba Fire. So it's going to be Naomi versus Alba Fire, and it's also going to be Zelina Vega taking on Tiffany Stratton. So those are the matches that we've got lined up for SmackDown, as well as Rock and Roman Reigns. Right, WWE Experience next. Now, what I'm going to say about this is it's still not doing what I need it to do, right? Edward said, is this the sort of stuff you want to see? And the answer is yes and no. I mean, what I'm after is ring war boots. I'm after things that were used during shows. These are belts. I don't know that they're the actual belts. They may just be replica belts. But the other thing I would say is that that is clearly not all of the belts, right? So if we go down here, we can see that's the current Seth belt, right? As we continue, that looks like it might be a Smoking Skull, maybe Stone Cold belt. It's kind of hard to see from this angle. It's very hard to see from this angle, but I don't know what that is. I feel like I can see a skull on it, right? But it's hard to, it might even be the Divas belt or something. But, okay, we'll have to move past that one. There we've got Roman's belts, the undisputed belt. We know that one. There is a belt, right? Which honestly looks, I don't know what that is. It could be like an NXT tag belt is what it kind of feels like, but it's probably not. And then we don't even get a chance to see that one. So this video's trash, by the way. And also, can we just point out they've filmed it in portrait and not in landscape, right? So that's why we've got the black bars either side. So great job. Brilliant job in filming, right? Thank you for showing us the belts that we can't even make out what they are, right? So it's hard to get excited about that, and that's clearly not every belt they've ever had, right? If all the belts were on a wall and it was like every belt that had ever been in WWE, that's what I'm after, right? A few belts in some glass cases ain't doing it for me unless they've got every belt kind of dotted throughout the whole exhibition, but I've not seen that, right? I don't know that that's the case. Then we've got this logo. Cool, right? Then we've got these pictures. Cool. And that's it. That is it. So, like, I don't know. What are you meant to do with that? I don't know. That is... No, that is not what I'm after. What I'm after Ring War stuff. I'm after the Roddy Piper set. I'm after the Firefly Funhouse set. I'm after the actual big fist. You know, empty out the warehouse. If this is the WWE Experience, right? If this is meant to be a place that we're all meant to want to go to, give me a reason to go. What am I meant to want to do here? What they're showing me here, what am I meant to want to see? Right? Some belts in a case. I can see belts for sale if I go to one of their shows. Right? And about the same number of belts as well. If it was, again, all of them, including all the old ones, if they had the actual first WWE Championship, WWF Championship, the one that Buddy Rogers had, I mean, you know, amazing. Amazing if you could go and see that. Or Bruno Sammartino's belts, his actual belts. Amazing. Or the belt that was like used at WrestleMania 3 between Hogan and Andre. Like, that's what I'm after. That's what I'm looking for. And this video does not deliver. Right? Don't know if this has been shared with you. So Triple H's first look inside the WWE Experience at Riyadh. Again, why are we filming this in portrait? Right? Why can't we do it in landscape? This looks like a cool room to be in. Like, but what am I actually doing? What am I looking at? I'm in a room, right? And I can see a ring. If I could get in the ring, that would be amazing, right? If I could maybe walk around the ringside area and mentally pretend that I'm a wrestler having a match, that would be awesome, right? So I'm definitely into that, but I don't know that I can do that. The screens look cool, right? Screens look cool, and the smoke shooting up's fun. I mean, it definitely seems like a fun room to be in. Like, definitely feels like an experience. But again, you know, that's not what I'm after. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not quite what I'm after, but can I get in the ring? Like, what, or is it just there for show, you know? Imagine if you could get in the ring and have your picture taken. That'd be pretty sick, wouldn't it? Imagine if you could design your own graphics, your own Titantron before you go in, and actually you go in the room, stand in the ring, and then they play your graphics on the screen. Amazing. WWE know how to do this, and they know how to do it well. So, you know, Access was not that, but it was that sort of thing. You couldn't do your own graphics or anything, but it'd be amazing if, you know, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, you'd imagine that would be a place where you could really get interactive. So, I don't know, I don't want to be down on this thing, right? Because I think the reason why I'm so critical is because this is absolutely what I've been waiting for. Like, I'm critical because I care. I'm critical because this is aimed at me, right? This is what I've always wanted, a place to go to, a physical place that I can go and enjoy WWE, right? You can go to the shows, but outside of the shows, where else can you go? I'm aware that there was a place in Times Square, but, you know, living in the UK, And being the age that I am, it was never feasible to go, right? So that, unfortunately, if it was there now, then I would be making a pilgrimage. I definitely would have gone to WWF New York. I would have gone to the World, which was in Times Square. It was a restaurant, and they had like artifacts on the wall and everything. 100% I would have gone there. But that wasn't possible, and it's closed. So now we've got this. So I think the reason why I'm being super, super critical is because I really want it to be good, and I really want it to be somewhere that I drop everything and go to. And at the moment, it's not doing that for me. It's not doing that. It's got potential, and I feel like it could get there. But just from what I've seen at the moment, it's not quite doing it. But this room's probably the best thing that I've seen so far. And this is pretty cool. Look, Chelsea Green said, getting that quick trip to Saudi Arabia, starting with a good workout. I'm excited to see you all for the WWE Experience here in Riyadh. So seems like Chelsea Green is actually going to be part of the WWE Experience official launch, which we haven't heard many details about yet. So definitely be interested to know what's is going to happen there as well. And here's the outside. I mean, it looks great from the outside. Look at that as a building. Love the artwork at the top. And we've got the WWE logo in front of the globe, the Experience underneath. I mean, that from the outside looks like a place that I want to go to. Right, but as we said, from everything we've seen that's inside at the moment, it's not quite doing it for me. And I really want to go. I want to go. That's what I want. I want to go. So hopefully they can show some more images, show some like Hall of Fame exhibition, or like, you know, show some stuff that will really, imagine if they had every old WWE video game. So you could actually go and play like on the Genesis, or you could play on the 64, or on the SNES, or on the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox. You could easily do that. Have a whole room just full of consoles with every old game, WWF, WWE game, where you can go and just play. How amazing would that be? And as I said, a whole wall just full of belts. That would be amazing. Or somewhere where you can go and create your own graphics and then stand in a ring. I want to go and stand inside Hell in a Cell. Or I want to go and stand inside the Elimination Chamber. You could do that at Access, right? So why can I not do that at the WWE Experience? Right? Granted, we haven't seen it all. I'm saying a load of stuff that might be in there, right? But just so far, this is why I'm just left a little frustrated. So that's my thoughts on the WWE Experience. We've done Vince, we've done Smackdown. Let's go into fun. I thought I'd do this new folder, this fun folder, because I do get tagged in some really fun stuff, and I'm really grateful for it, but I never quite know where to put it, because Unseen is, I don't really know what it is, but it tends to focus on, I suppose, current things like, you know, WWE Experience opening, or the Stephanie McMahon allegations, you know, or what's happening on SmackDown. So it tends to focus on current stuff. So memes that and jokes that are not really connected to current things, just, I don't really know where to put them. But I think we might do a new fun folder, and that's what we've got here. So Ben Bailey said, I would say that this is a downgrade. So Wrestlemania put this out saying, bro was embarrassed with having WWE as his #1 on Spotify. So Spotify, he had WWE as #1. He replaced it with Taylor Swift. He edited out WWE and put Taylor Swift there instead. And all the comments are like, man, he downgraded. Why has he hidden WWE and replaced it with Taylor Swift? I actually don't know the origin of this, right? I don't know where this originated from, but yeah, I can tell you it got a lot of people talking. Even Ben said, I would say that's a downgrade. This was good as well. Duncan said, can you tell me why Noam Dar looks like Tiny Tim in this picture? And he really does. So I thought that was good. This was good as well. Look, so Elton These need to get a water. Here's Charles Robinson, look, racing his way down with a bottle of water. Gives him the water. It's all good. Charles Robinson has a drink, takes a deep breath. You did a good job. And off he goes. Boom. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty fun. Elton Prince putting this out. And this has got to be the best one, man. This is brilliant. 90s WWE. Paul, shout out to you. That's gotta be Kane. There is Kane grocery shopping. Let's go. I mean, you know, listen. If you've been out the ring for a while, you let yourself go a little bit, right? Does that from the back mate look like Kane in his peak physical form? The Kane from 97 that we all remember ripping the door off? No, probably not, right? But he's getting on. He's been a mayor, right? Leave the man alone, right? It's gotta be Kane. Love it. Love it. So we're definitely going to keep the fun folder going forwards. Right, and then we've just got this folder of other bits, and we're going to start with Santa deciding that Seth Rollins has made the nice list. Let's go. So, Joey, shout out to you. Here's a sick tattoo. Eric, thank you. So there is, it looks really good, man. So there's Roman Reigns. I think the likeness is good. I can see head of the table saying, oh, absolutely not. I don't know if they're down on the tattoo, but I've seen way worse. I've seen way worse. I mean, I don't look at that. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of shading and detail there. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think that's that bad. I have seen definitely way worse than that. I actually think the face is not bad. But, yeah, Eric, shout out to you. Mike Rome has shared a throwback backstage photo with The Fiend. Look at that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I've never seen this image before. Never seen this. So, to my eyes, an unseen image of The Fiend backstage. Maybe Fiend fans out there may have seen it before, but I had never seen it. Here as well, look at this from Sportskeeda. So Nick Namath reveals that Shinsuke Nakamura helped him on joining New Japan. So Nick said, we built up a relationship to the point where Shinsuke said, if you're ever getting out of here, I can help you. And I said, I might take you up on that one day. That's when I started exploring what was going on in Japan. It's amazing, isn't it? Amazing. Julian Weeks said NXT is now on Worldstar. HBK got the developmental brand getting mainstream exposure. They might need to build a statue of him outside the PC. So Worldstar, right, have said, damn, wrestling done change, right? So clearly they are impressed with Jaida Parker's wrestling ability, right? But I've never heard of Worldstar, right? I'm a boomer, and I did click on them, and they've got like over 5 million followers, right? So I'm totally out the loop. But I've never even heard of them. But that does look good. Obviously, that's a big account. So if they're paying attention to what's happening in WWE, then that has got to be a positive. Although I would question what they're actually paying attention to. Yeah. Is it her wrestling ability? Answers on a postcard. Oh, this is amazing. I want to show you this. This is amazing. So this is a story from Mick Foley, right? And Mick Foley said he is a Swiftie. So this is Fightful. Shout out to Fightful. They've got this from Mick Foley's Facebook, right? So here he says, in 2007, my lifelong friend Jeff Jarrett lost his wife, his high school sweetheart Jill, to cancer, right? And so how does this involve Taylor Swift? Well, my thoughts of Jeff Jarrett and Taylor Swift are indelibly linked, as it was at this incredibly difficult time in Jeff's life, just after the passing of his wife, that I heard Jeff say something that has obviously struck with me to this day. I'm not even sure who was involved in the conversation that Jeff had that I overheard. I believe it was Jeremy Borash. I'm paraphrasing here, but the words were to the effect of, Taylor took the girls out for the day, and how important that time with her was to them. I was literally stunned to find out that the Taylor he mentioned was Taylor Swift, who in 2007 was already well on her way to being a global superstar, with her album Taylor Swift several months into an astonishing 157 weeks on the Billboard 200 chart. As touched as I was by this story, I thought it was a random act of kindness done on a one-time basis, but I came to understand that Taylor, who had been a neighbor to Jeff in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and was a regular part of the girls' lives as they grew up, she did not just take them out for that one day. She was there during the most difficult part of their lives. She baked cookies. She sang in their living room. She babysat whilst Jeff was at his wife's bedside. She was a true friend and a shining example of kindness when kindness was needed most. As Jeff himself put it in one of our texts, putting the girls in one of her videos. So Jeff's daughter, Jacelyn, portrayed a young Taylor in the 2010 video Mine, is the story that most people know. But her spending quality time baking cookies and talking and just being there, is maybe a story they don't. So how incredible is that? How incredible is that? I know there's a lot of people that aren't fans of Taylor, like her music, maybe even her as a person, I'm not sure, but that is absolutely incredible. I read that and I was like, there's no way I'm going to remember all this detail. We're going to have to read it on Unseen. But wow. Yeah, oh man, this is going to be a problem for me, right? This is going to be a problem. Fightful again. So it's going to be a problem because it might cost me money. So WWE have put this statement out. So superstars of WWE are joining Panini Blockchain with the reason of Blockchain Donruss Elite WWE. This product introduces the Panini digital card debut of superstars including John Cena, Stone Cold, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Lyra Valkyria. The platform is a secure environment to purchase and virtually rip digital packs of Panini's unique brands. In addition, collectors can participate in exciting collection challenges to win cards not available in packs and digital crafting events where collectors can turn common cards into numbered exclusive cards. The initial release of Donruss Elite brand includes more than 100 WWE superstars with exciting inserts including Star Status, Spellbound, and Tidal Waves. For the last 3 years, we've focused on delivering a top-tier blockchain product to our collectors, and adding a brand like WWE to the roster with such a rabid audience and deep history is in line with our community has come to expect. So they do something similar to this, I believe, with UFC, and that is where they do this. You open packs, you get moments. They're a bit like NFTs, and you collect them, and you can even sell them and trade them, right? This doesn't say that they're NFTs, so they're not like video clips, they're not moments, they're just digital cards. It also doesn't say, not that I've seen, that you can sell them or trade them. That's definitely something they're going to need to look at. Because it's one thing to collect it, but I think if you want to sell your collection, like you could with a physical set of cards, that is obviously a reason to collect. But if you can never sell them or trade them, then I don't know. I mean, like, is that going to be something people will be engaged with? I think people like the option to sell if they, need the money or decided this is no longer for them. So I'd be very interested to see how that develops. But that if it is going to have a sell-in, trading option, rare cards and all that kind of stuff, that could be very dangerous for my wallet. So digital Panini cards seemingly on the way. If anyone's aware of any more information on that, let us know down in the comments below. I'm really interested in that. I was going to reach out to them and ask for more information, to be honest, because you know these companies, they would absolutely love to be like, oh god, yeah, here you go, you know, here's this press release, here's that, here's a little look at whatever, you know. I might do that. I don't know who to hit up, but I might do that because I am genuinely intrigued by it. Right, Adam Goldberg said, per Fightful, Drew McIntyre's current WWE contract extends past WrestleMania and some injury or inactivity time was added to get it there. Here is Caleb, shout out to you, Sportskeeda, saying the front runner for WrestleMania 41 is Minneapolis, but there's been some talks about Las Vegas. And here is Kenny for your thoughts, said me realizing that if they do WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, they could do the Hall of Fame or NXT in the Sphere. Boom! Imagine that. Imagine that. So, yeah, could it be a case that Minneapolis does not get WrestleMania 41 and instead they do move it to Las Vegas? Nothing has been announced yet. Nothing has been announced yet. So, but that was the rumor. But now Las Vegas has emerged as a very viable option. Hey, look at this. So T-Pain said, finish the story. And there's the Snoop Dogg belt. Dijak said, T-Pain is a great name for a wrestler. T-Bar is a great name for a rapper. How the... did we mess this up? It's so true, isn't it? T-Pain is a great name for a wrestler. A lot better than T-Bar. But T-Bar, because you spit bars, is a great name for a rapper. And he's absolutely right. How the... did we mess this up? It's a GOAT tweet, this. It's an absolute GOAT tweet. This, however many likes it's got, 9,400, is nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. Hey, look at this. Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret said, if you followed your childhood dream job, what would you be right now? Michin responded by saying, thankful. She is thankful that she is doing her childhood dream job. But Jessica Carr also responded saying, not doing too shabby. So there's Jessica in the ring, also replying to Brian Zane. Michin then reached out to Jessica with the classic gif, hey, look at us. Who'd have thought, eh? Both replying to the same tweet, eh? Who'd have thought? So I thought that was very good, both of them replying to Brian Zane and then Michin even making a little joke out of it. Very good. And then the last thing we've got is this official announcement regarding WWE and UFC's new partnership with the Honda Center. So they have announced that they're going to do UFC this weekend, which we're live streaming. Really looking forward to it. And I believe they're in that same building for Raw on Monday, where they've announced that they're going to continue to do this several times over the next 3 years with the Honda Center. So this looks like it's a partnership that they've entered into with this venue, and I'm sure they are exploring other venues to do similar partnerships with as we speak. There we go. Tough, some real difficult stuff to discuss, and you know, sensitive and allegations, like underline. I don't know where this is going. I mean, we can have a look and see if it's reached that million mark. It has. So it has now gone over 1 million views, this video clip. So as we said, very, very difficult. I don't know what this is going to look like tomorrow, right? I mean, this, as you can see, is gaining a lot of traction, continuing to gain a lot of traction. But yeah, difficult. Apologies, we had to start it this way. It just felt like the right thing to start this Unseen episode with. We obviously have got SmackDown though, which is hopefully going to provide a very, very welcome positive side to wrestling. Then, of course, we're back for UFC on Saturday. We'll do a Sunday stream on Sunday, and then we're right back around again with Monday Night Raw on Monday. And listen, the wrestling world, it never sleeps. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support as always. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.